Hello, welcome back to The Hijabi. I'm Vivi. Today I have another video about credit cards. I'm going to be talking about Amex Hilton Honors Aspire. I had this card for around 3 years. I'm going to tell you what are the perks or the highlights of the card and to see if it's worth it. If this is your first time in my channel, I usually make videos about living beautiful and all things related. And obviously this card, I use it to travel. And it helps me achieving status at the hotel and another wonderful benefits that I think help me to my philosophy. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to link in the description the best offer that I found for the credit card. But always do your research. Do not carry balance in your credit cards. Pay it all every month. Avoid interest at all costs. And let's start. I have to mention that this card has an annual fee of $450, which is a lot. I know it is a lot of money, but I'm going to tell you why I think it's worth it. So number one, in every renewal, you get a free weekend night. What is the value of this free weekend night? It's up to you. It is good for a standard room. So depending on where do you want to travel, if you find the standard rate available, you will be able to redeem this voucher. I have redeemed this voucher for stays that are over $2,000. So I have been at least covering the cost of the annual fee just by the voucher. Now it says weekend night and it's not a whole weekend, it's just one night of the weekend. But right now, since COVID started, Hilton allows you to redeem it any day of the week, doesn't have to be the weekend. But anyways, weekends are usually more expensive. So if I'm going to be traveling weekdays and weekend, I usually apply it at the end of my stay when it's more expensive. So let's jump to number two. Number two is the complimentary diamond status at the Hilton brands. This is really valuable, especially in certain locations. I usually benefit a lot from this status because you get a credit for breakfast in the US or you get breakfast outside the US. I have been in places that are over $100 for breakfast. We stayed there for 10 days. So that could really add up, and we didn't have to pay because I was Diamond member. So I think it's fantastic for that reason. Now I hope that in the US they go back to have a full breakfast instead of just the credit. The description of the status says that you get continental breakfast. I have never got continental breakfast. I have always got a hot and full breakfast during my stay. So please bring back, I don't want the credit, but anyways. Also, let me tell you more about the diamond status. So this is the highest tier of the reward program from Hilton. And not only the breakfast is worth it, but you also get a possible upgrade if available, possible late checkout. And the other super perk that I always use is that when you redeem your points, basically you get your 5th night for free if you redeem 5 consecutive days. So if you had to pay 50,000 points per day, instead of paying for 5 days 250,000, then you only pay 200,000. So basically, when you're redeeming the point, you're only going to pay for the 4 nights in points, and the 5th it will be free. So that adds a value on the points at least for 20%. And I'm actually really good. I don't redeem unless we are redeeming for the 5 nights. So another benefit is the executive lounge access in some hotels. When the hotel has a lounge, this lounge usually either has like a happy hour where you have free drinks and snacks. And before COVID was wonderful. Now I don't know what to expect, but I'm hoping that everything goes back to normal pretty soon. But this is another benefit that we really use. You know, it's great to just go for a snack if you're waiting for dinner, going for drinks. My husband and I, we usually leave the kids in the kids club and go have halal drinks. We don't drink alcohol, but we can still enjoy some non-alcoholic beverage, and we just have a great time, you know. And I hope that all the executive lunches open soon. So far, we haven't had many closed, but there has been a couple. And again, if you're staying in a resort, with every drink, it's over $10 or $15. Yes. Where we have a stay, they have been like very expensive, so like it adds up. It definitely it's a great perk. I also want to talk about how you accumulate points. So the credit card will give you 14 times the points for everything that you spent on the Hilton brand hotels, and you get 7 times the points per dollar spent on airline tickets directly booked through the airline or through AmexTravel.com. You also get 7 times the points for car rentals, and you get 7 times the points for restaurants. For everything else, you get 3 points. So remember, these are not membership Amex points, these are Hilton Honors points. I will make a video in the future on how to compare and when do I use each card. So I have 3 American Express right now, and I am very strict in the things that I put to each card. Okay, so moving on with the benefits. The other benefit that I find really good is the $250 resort credit that you get every calendar year. And this, many people don't know this, but actually the $250 even apply for the room rate, because at the end of the stay you get a bill and you will just get a statement credit of $250. So it's almost like hard to differentiate, okay, what was food, what was a spa, what was room rate. So I usually have been getting it just in everything. You can also get another $100, but only in the Waldorf or the Conrad if you book a minimum of 2 nights and you do it through Amex Travel. So if you go that route, like, you will get that extra $100, which, you know, it could be if you stay in a Waldorf that is not as expensive, it will really be a good value. So next is the $250 airline free credit. These $250 are for incidental charges. So what are incidental charges? It could be your bag, meals that you will like on the plane, Wi-Fi, even lounge. Also, some people know that you can actually use the $250 for lounge access. Let's say that for any reason you were not able to get into you didn't have access to a lounge, you can pay with this card and you should be reimbursed. The $250, it has a catch. You have to choose an airline before you spend the money, and you only have the option to change the airline once per year, and it's usually at the beginning of the year. This benefit is per calendar year, so if you apply for the card now, you will be able to have your $250 from now until the end of the year, and then another $250 starting January 1st. Another big one is the Priority Pass. So they give you a select membership. This is a lounge access. It is good. It is a very helpful thing to have if you travel a lot, or if you are lucky to have one lounge in your stop. Then of course it's a wonderful thing, not have to stay at the gate waiting. Instead you can have some drinks, you can eat, you can relax, especially when you have a cancel or delay flight. That's an amazing thing to have. And as a select member, you're able to bring 2 guests with you with no charge. So that's great. This benefit requires enrollment, so make sure you enroll before you actually head out to the lounge. Now I'm going to just mention actually another benefits of the card that I do not take a lot of advantage, but I'm happy that they are there. For example, the purchase protection. I know that if I purchase something with my card, the warranty will be extended. So you also get a ShopRunner membership. This is a company that has arrangement with other companies, so when you're a member, you do not have to pay for shipping in so many places, especially in the luxury market. I use it, fair enough, like you wouldn't think that many stores still charge for shipping, but they do, and you get free shipping and free returns, so this is great. And also it's a 2-day shipping, so it's pretty fast. If you check out through ShopRunner, again, you have to enroll before, but it's a good thing to have. Even if you just use it once, you know, it adds up. This year I probably have saved around $100 from, you know, just a couple of purchases where they were charging me for shipping. And also some companies, they say, okay, they give you a code for free shipping, but then you can not add another promo code. And this way I usually add my promo code and then check out with ShopRunner, which it gives me additional savings. Okay guys, so just talking about other benefits, and I'm going to read them. I'm going to be cheating. So you get concierge, you get global dining access, which I have not tried, but I talk more about this in my other video. You get honestly, I'm like reading them and there is like some of them are not even worth mentioning. Hilton honors points pooling, you get that anyways, even if you don't have the car. Points and money rewards, you can partially pay for the stay if you don't have enough points, which is not worth it either. Amazon shop with points, which in my opinion, I will never do this. It's not worth the points. No foreign transaction fees, which I will want in every credit card. Like this is a basic thing, so I'm glad that it has it. Hilton honors dining. Some restaurants have partnered with Hilton to give Hilton honors points if you dine with them. Hilton honors action site. Right off with savings and Hilton's honors bonus points. Okay, Amex offers. The Amex offers, they are usually, you have to activate the offer. So as soon as you get your card, go to your online account, check out all the offers and activate bonus. From my offers this year, I don't even know how much I saved, but I know that only last month I got $350 statement credit because I activated some offers and then I qualify for the offer and then they just reimburse me the money. So that's a great perk. Again, so if the annual fee is $450, you can recover a good chunk of money with that. American Express experiences, basically you get like a VIP preference for buying certain tickets. Digital wallet, which again, we're heading that way, so many cars will have it. So car rental loss and damage insurance, if you rented a car, your credit card backs you up. Again, almost every other credit card that I have has this benefit, so that's why I'm not putting them into the highlights, but it's just worth mentioning. Premium Global Assist Helpline. Return protection. This is another benefit that I like because if you were not able to return an item because whatever reason the store didn't allow you, you can actually file a claim and American Express insurance partner will reimburse you for that purchase. It has a limit. I think it was around $300 last time I checked. And you have Credit Secure where you can check your credit health. Now, they have another coverage which is called Premium Car Rental Protection. And in this cover, they include luxury cars that are usually excluded. But you do have to enroll. Another kind of card that it's excluded are usually moving trucks and pickups. So always remember that like you should get the insurance from the actual rental place for those kind of cards, or check your terms and conditions to make sure that you are covered before you decline them. So also with the card you have Amex Send and Split, so basically you can divide the bill between other people. And some of they were not why I'm keeping this card but are very, very helpful is the trip delay insurance. So if your flight is delayed for a certain time, you get an amount to spend on even hotels, food, drinks, clothing, whatever you need. So you just have to file a claim. And also trip cancellation and interruption insurance that you are covered with your card. I have used both of these quite a bit, especially when I used to travel a lot. I think that if you are going to be booking a trip, you have to have a credit card that has these benefits, definitely. Also, you have baggage insurance that I have also used. Oh my God. It's important that you know your benefits so you know what you're getting and if you have any problem, so you don't take a big loss. And sometimes insurance will not pay for everything, but in the baggage insurance, so they will cover everything that is not covered by the carrier. So it's kind of hard because usually the carrier is the one that damaged the item. But they did break one of my bags that it was on board, and I filed a claim and I got back, and it was pretty expensive carry-on. They did pay me for the full amount of the new one because I had to replace it in the middle of the trip. So I think these are all the benefits either that I love or that they're there, and I'm just happy they're there, and some of the others that I don't pay a lot of attention. But in conclusion, if you are really going to take advantage of all the benefits or some benefits that actually end up being more than the annual fee, then it's worth to keep this credit card or to apply for it. I'm very happy with this card. I'm not planning on getting rid of the card anytime soon. I'm going to put the best offer that I found for you. Remember that if you apply for this credit card, remember to also enroll for the extra night. So right now there is a special offer. For the second night, you do need to spend $8,000 before February 28th. But I already did the math, and okay, I don't want to make this very complicated, but basically if you are redeeming your points for a high-end hotel, that it is totally worth it. So if you have a big purchase coming up, so I will make sure to put that on the description below so you can enter this promotion. It's not only for new customers, so make sure that you enroll if you already have the card. And I would like to tell you about the welcome bonus. So right now the welcome bonus, it's 150,000 Hilton Honors points if you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months, which are doable. So for example, in some hotels, the night it's 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. So at least if you stay within that category, it will be good for quite a few nights. But if you even want to stay, for example, in the Conrad in the Maldives, is 95,000, so that will be enough for one night. If you decide to even go to like a more expensive resort, that is, for example, the Waldorf Astoria in the Maldives, it could start with 120, 150,000 if you find the standard reward. So it is actually a very good welcome bonus, and I will be updating the description box if I find something better. But yeah, this is the best that I could find out at the moment. Check the comments, I will be updating you there, and if you are approved, remember that will also be helping me, so I appreciate it if you decide to use one of my links. Okay, so I really hope that this helps you to make an informative decision. Let me know if you have any questions. Salam and subscribe, and don't forget, to live beautiful. I see you in my next. Bye.